All right, so we got a few people here now. Do you wanna get started with answering some of the questions and stuff? Excuse me. Uh, I'm I'm not. What's it like being the next Jesus? I, I yes, yes, you've been lied to. I'm afraid. Mello, what do you stop? I never lied to you. I never said. Okay, I lied to you. So it was all scam. I'm sorry. I must confess, it was all scam. Sorry. I didn't mean to betray your trust. No, I'm not your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry. Um, I'm just another person, you know, with all the persony things that a person has, which are very persony. You know, the persony things. Persony things are very persony. True, but he had especially persony things that were persony in a way that no other person can possibly personally persony achieve. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's just nonsense. So, all right. First question. First question. All right. Is there a game that you hate that everyone else likes? This is from Thunder Tornado Studios. I the only thing I can think of is Candy Crush because it's popular. But like, do people love it? Is that like a thing that everyone loves, or is that just a thing that had its heyday? Because like, I personally hate Candy Crush just as an idea. Yeah, it's addictive but not lovable, right? So like, I don't know. I mean, like, I could make like jokes like Raid Shadow Legends or something, but like that's I don't I haven't played it, you know. I haven't even actually played Candy Crush, so I can't even really I can't even really judge that. I mean, like I can, but I probably shouldn't because I haven't played it. You probably shouldn't judge things that you basically know next to nothing about. Well, I mean, I have a Patreon if you want to give to the church. I also have a religion in my Discord server. You can join. You know, it's we worship a red square. The red square. I am not your Lord and Savior. I am only the messenger of your Lord and Savior. The red square is your Lord and Savior. The red square will teach you how to make bread, and this bread will become the yeast of the earth and make you the yeast. And there will be much yeast, and it will be very yeasty. Yeah, I'm I sound like a madman. Yeah, I saw my notification. Hey, look, I know the thing that lets you edit things in the HTML editor thing when I see it. I don't know what it's called. Inspect element. Inspect element. That's it. Inspect element. Right. Inspect element. Yeah. Seems like cap. It is. It's a cap. It's a cap. It's a cap with a it's a red cap with an M on it, standing for madman, which is what I am. It could also stand for for the name of a plumber, if if you wanted it to, and I'm selling it on I'm selling it as an NFT. You can buy it. Yeah, it's it's an NFT of a red cap that I own the legal rights to it. Okay, don't go saying I don't. I have the right to sell it as an NFT. All right. Let's focus on answering the questions now. All right. Um, is there a game I hate that everyone else likes? Not really. Not really that I can think of. Oh, bye. Oh, okay. See, you're a loyal follower. What's my cat's name? My cat's name is technically Tabby Roo. Uh, but we literally always call him Kitty. He doesn't really have a name that's relevant. We just call him Kitty. I just call him. It's actually Tabby Rou. Roo is his middle name. It's Rou, and we named him that because he jumps like a kangaroo. As for why he's named Tabby, he's named Tabby because he's a tabby cat. It's creative. It's brilliant. Yeah. Him, don't misgender my kitty, or I will ban you. The wrath of God will be upon you. Remember, I own religion, and I can command the wrath of God. So, bestie, bro, you better not misgender my cat, my lovable kitten. You misgender him again, you will be banned from life. The wrath of God will be upon you. Watch what you say. Do I think that I'll do more contests for Alicia? Back to the questions again. Alright. So, do I think I'll do more contests for Alicia? I know I did a couple a while back. Man, I don't remember too much. It's kind of vague. I know I did one for, like, an outfit, and I was gonna draw the outfit. If, like, right, and I don't even know if I actually did. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. It'll just kind of depend on what I feel like and what you guys are interested in. Mostly what I feel like, but partially what you guys are interested in. That always has an impact on what I feel like. I mean, like, if something is getting a lot of engagement, then that's going to make me think about it a lot, which is going to make me think about it more, which is going to, right. But, yeah. Alright. Next set of questions. Where is my family? And where's my money? So, about that, for the record, I did not kidnap Tool Stoney's family. And I did not take Bonnie's Life's money. Just for the record. I know that there have been some accusations. They are not true. If they were true, I'm a very honest person. I would tell you if I had kidnapped someone's family and stolen someone's money. I just would. There is no reason to doubt my claims. It is completely true. It is completely true. I'm a very honest person. I'm a very honest person. I would never kidnap somebody's family. And even if I would tell you. Right? You guys know me. So you can trust me. So again, for the record, I'm only saying this because people keep asking. If they weren't constantly asking, I wouldn't be saying it at all. Right? I did not kidnap Tool Stoney's family. And I did not take Bonnie's Life's money. I burned both of them alive. Okay, next question. Okay, so again, for the record, I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. This is Jesus. He's right here, asking this question. As you can see, we are two different people, existing simultaneously, right? So I'm not the same person. No, no. Okay. So for the record, second coming of Christ is Jesus coming back. He left and then he comes back, right? So it's the same. It's the same guy. I can't be 2.0 because he's right here. He's right here. So no, because we exist, same place, same time. Yeah, no, it's okay. Worst fandom in my opinion. Excuse me. All right. So essentially, yeah, you certainly don't because you you don't know the Christian lore. Jesus doesn't have any kids. That is very much not part of the Christian lore. uh, but okay, so as I was saying, so worst fandom in my opinion. Yeah, like where do I start with answering that question? Like I had, when I first saw this question, first question I got, right, 4 days ago, I read it and I like rehearsed out this whole like answer. Because I do that. I talk to myself out loud a lot. Because I'm mildly insane. So I had the whole answer and it was really good and it felt good. It was nice. It no longer exists. I shouted it into the void. It is now gone. So, Attack on Titan. Worst fandom. I know you could be like, oh, Genshin, oh, FNAF, oh, Undertale, oh, Gacha Life, oh, MCYT. And don't get me wrong, those fandoms have their bad sides. Yeah. But, for me, Attack on Titan, honestly, it's my favorite show, and yeah, every fandom has their bad side, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Some have louder bad sides than others, or at least more well-known or prominent bad sides. I think a lot of it has to do with the popularity of the thing as well, especially among children, though some might have worse fandoms than others. Overall, not even overall, just when it comes to the bad side being really bad, it's so hard to really be perfectly objective. Frankly, it doesn't even really matter all that much. A bad side of a fandom is a bad side of a fandom. That's it. The bad things in a fandom are bad things. It doesn't really matter what fandom it is or isn't in. It's just something bad, regardless of what fandom it's in. So don't attribute the good things or the bad things entirely to the fandom. Attribute to the people actually doing them. Right? But anyways, so that whole complex philosophical argument aside, Attack on Titan is my favorite show of all time. It's probably one of my favorite anythings, honestly. It's an absolute masterpiece. And it has some really deep themes. Not initially, initially it does, but it gets better and better, and they become more and more prominent. Just sort of themes about, obviously there's a lot of moral ambiguity, but it's, more like just depth and realism. At a certain point, none of the characters are really completely correct anymore, and you don't even know exactly who you're rooting for completely. Like, you do in parts, and I know what I'm hoping will probably kind of happen, but, it's like, basically, there's, in the 4th season, I haven't even gotten to my political opinion on cheese yet, Iron, okay? Also, glad you can make it to the stream. But as I was saying about Attack on Titan, I think that a moment in the, one of the openings for Season 4, said it best. Who is the real enemy? War. There's a devil in all of us. That's why the world is the way it is right now. Those lines, the second one was a line from the actual show. It wasn't the opening. But ultimately, we're all both in war. I came up with this line myself, but I think it gives a pretty good example of one of the biggest messages in Attack on Titan. There are no heroes in war, only monsters and victims, and in war, they are one and the same. And that's the biggest message of the show, is the beauty and the cruelty of the world and of humanity and the true nature of human conflict, and how nothing is ever truly, it's never truly good to kill, to destroy. Even if it seems justified initially, it's always a little more complicated than that. And it's not even so much that it's complicated, in my opinion. It's that it's simpler than we initially think. You know, because we like to categorize things into the good people, the bad people, the this, the that. We're all just people. And so that's a big part of the message. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things like parallels between certain characters, certain plot points, certain whatever, and that entire theme that just goes over some people's heads. And you read the comments, it pisses me off so much. Just some of the comments. I get, if you don't like a character, that's fine. If you don't think a particular plot point is done well, that's fine. You can have that opinion. But you'll get some people trying to justify some pretty crazy stuff, and it's not uncommon. And, like, and it's just almost, like literally every comment section I've looked at, on Crunchyroll, or in a video on a YouTube video that does a really good job of talking about the show, the comments are always terrible. It just makes me sad. But I'm really glad that we have the show. I absolutely love the show. Attack on Titan. It's a masterpiece, in my opinion. But yeah. I'm going to put aside your stupid moronic political opinions on cheese. What are your opinions on carrot cake? Also, see ya, because it's late for me. Okay. If I ever learned something from any fandom, it's if you don't like a plot point, write a fix-it fan fiction and get that clout. Yeah. Anyways, so that's that. So that's my rant about Attack on Titan. Alright. So, Mad Dog stuff. I have a lot of really, like, I have friends, like, I'm friends with the CEO of Sex, Stuffed Turkey, Little Gay Boy 45, also Mad Dog stuff, previously known as I Don't Think I'm on a Healthy Financial Path. What is it with my friends and having really stupid names? Like, I've just used the same boring username for, like, my entire time on Game Jolt. Why do you guys have to be entertaining? Like, why do your names have to be interesting and random and funny? You know? Like, why can't it just be boring? Like my name. It's so annoying. Anyways, so, as I was saying, answering questions, that is, was my name kept on... That was different, okay? That was different. I made an art with a profile picture of me as a cat boy, and it was still my name. It was Luke. My name was still Luke. I was still recognizable as myself. Meanwhile, you're changing your entire profile picture in your username, your display name. The only thing that doesn't change is your @ and you've even changed that a few times. Like seriously. Like, half the time, I don't even recognize who I'm talking to until I, look at the @ I have to look at the @ to even know who I'm talking to. Me, I remain recognizable. I use the same OC. I use the same name. And while I might occasionally slightly tweak it, it's still recognizable. I'm still recognizable as myself. Okay? Bestie, I know where you live. In all seriousness, it's a pet peeve. It's fine. I don't mind. I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. This is fine. The house is on fire. My coffee is still somehow cold. I don't even drink coffee. I don't know where it came from. But this is fine. So, do I collect things like cards or stuff like that? No. No, I don't. Okay. Also, how's Guidance doing? Really well, actually. I've been getting back into working on it. I've worked on it every day, at least a little bit, for a little while. I'm making good progress on an area, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited, honestly. Which I think this goes well into the next question. Best, you're gonna like this. Remind me, Guidance is, it is not an Undertale fan game. I took inspiration from Toby Fox's work, yes, but it's a completely original story with original characters, with original world building. The tone, style-wise, some similarities, for sure. Toby Fox is one of my biggest inspirations, but it's not an Undertale fan game. Alright. So, Bestie, I got your question up now. So you still here? Yeah, okay, good, you are. I just wanted to check. Oh, yo! Jesus! You missed it. You missed me answering your question. I'm so sorry, man. The answer was the Attack on Titan fandom. Love the show, but oh boy, the comment section. Every time. I will be re-uploading this to YouTube, so you can see what you missed. Sorry, buddy. So, first question. When you finish Guidance, will you make a sequel or spin-off for it? Do you have any other projects you plan on doing after finishing it? Asking me if I have more project ideas after I finish what I'm currently working on is like asking someone who it's like asking someone who plays Genshin Impact if they have a life. Oh! Hey, you said I could roast Genshin. You said I could roast Genshin, Mellow. You brought this on yourself. For the record, that was for the funnies. I actually do it. I have not downloaded and tried it, but I do actually have Genshin Impact in my Epic library. So, I'm being... You asked for it. You literally asked for it. You literally asked for it. In all seriousness though, don't bring what got you lucky into this. You're unlucky. You're very unlucky. Alright. In all seriousness though, more project ideas? Yes, absolutely. I have a really big project idea, which I don't know when I'll make it, but basically I don't want to say too much about the plot, but essentially it would kind of be like in chapters where each chapter has its own like self-contained story, but it also has a larger overarching story. I don't want to say too much though, but like the idea is that I could take a lot of smaller ideas and sort of little stories, almost kind of like parables, you know, like each story has a lesson, right, to learn, but just a collection of sort of story adventures that the main characters go on. And there's also sort of a larger overarching plot mystery, sort of. I can't say too much without giving away the whole vibe of it before I even, like, it's purely conceptual, and it's going to remain purely conceptual for, like, a good long time. But that's one thing. Another thing, Hindsight 1 and 2, obviously I have. If I'm going to finish that story, it's going to be 2 more games, 3 and 4. I don't know if I'll make them. I don't know when I'll make them. A lot of that will depend on my inspiration, just kind of how I feel, and also how much traction the second game gets, because it's gotten very little. I did talk with someone. I'm not going to say who, and they might end up making a video on it. But right now it's still they might play it when they get the chance. But they are a decent sized channel, so that could bring a lot of attention. So that'd be awesome, because there's like a lot of secrets, and there's like a whole like story to figure out, and I'm honestly pretty proud of it, how Hindsight 2 turned out, and it doesn't have much attention, so we'll see. We'll see how Hindsight goes going forward. And then more recently, I've had an idea for a game, which is even further down the line than the previous game I mentioned. But basically, it's kind of, I want to make this would be like a 3D game, right? More inspired by like The Legend of Zelda, but like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask specifically. That vibe. Those games just have such a unique feel to them. And I have just sort of this really interesting idea of this really sort of almost sort of mythological, ancient feeling game that has a vibe similar to those games, that kind of somber feeling, has some really deep, just sort of ideas, and it's very subtle, and just drenched in like just this haunting, somber, but kind of beautiful atmosphere. Like, you know, it's sort of that retro 3D kind of look that just those games have. I really like the idea. I have sort of a specific idea of like a couple of the characters. I'm again, I can't say too much, and I have no idea if that's ever gonna come into reality, because this would be like a 3D game. Right now I'm using RPG Maker, so like that's way down the road. But we'll see. So those are all my other project ideas. Guidance though. So I actually have a couple ideas relating to spin-offs and or sequels. Mostly spin-offs. One of them is kind of a direct sequel, but it's a little more complicated than that. Because, you know, multiple ending stuff. Think about it like Majora's Mask, right? Majora's Mask is a sequel to Ocarina of Time, but it's like, nah, it just straight up is. But it's kind of, it's a little different. It's not directly continuing the story in the most obvious, normal, straightforward sense, right? Guidance will have a conclusive story, multiple conclusive endings, actually. But yeah. But I actually, so there's that one game idea, and I really like it. I don't know if I'll actually make it. We'll see. We'll see. But I might. That'll be quite a bit down the road before that's really decided, because it's still gonna be like, nothing. It's a sequel, but it doesn't continue. So you mean spin-off? Yeah, well, it's, I mean, it does continue the story, but the story is still conclusive. It's it's complicated. It's complicated. Like again, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda. It's kind of similar to those two, in a way. Just like, if you can't tell, I've been getting back into Zelda. Speaking of, are there any shows or series I'm currently watching? I recently finished Assassination Classroom. I had some pet peeves with it for sure, but man, that show almost made me cry. I would recommend it. But that was a little while ago. You already know about that, Mello, so. But I have been recently replaying Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, just from the start, just fresh save file on another profile, because I'm not deleting my own save file. But, you know, I have been playing that, and I've been watching a lot of like Zelda videos. So that's kind of in the same vein. I've been really getting into that universe again, which has been really fun. One thing before we move on to the other questions, though, still talking about guidance, is the comic idea. So Solomon, he's sort of the at least at the moment, the main antagonist in the game story, right? And he has like the whole ARG going on, right? Which it's not always. There hasn't been anything in the ARG for a little while, but basically, a comic with his backstory released before the game is finished, which is probably gonna be like sometime next year. See, Salman or Misir. Solomon. I could just type in chat. There you go. Whoop. Did it not go through? It's not going through, is it? All right. Well, so I just completely screwed up my my setup there for a second. I'll try that again. Anyway, just type it in on my phone. Oh no, it did go through. Okay, that's good. Because it was saying that it's not on the PC. But anyways, so essentially, which by the way, his name is actually kind of inspired by and similar to Solomon. So that is a complete misinterpretation, for lack of a better term. I'm sure there is a better one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But essentially, so right, a comic with his backstory. That's a pretty big deal, right? Except so this is an idea I came up with quite a while ago. So keep that in mind. I have no idea if I'm actually going to try to pull it off or not. It's going to be highly dependent on whether or not people are actually interested. But essentially, the idea, it's like I don't have the time and energy to make the game at the pace I'd like to, while also making this comic. And I'd like to release the comic before the game, right? Before the game is fully released, as something to sort of tide fans over a little bit. So, what do I do? Well, I'd pull a Genshin. How? Because I'm not familiar with it, so I don't know what it is you're referencing. It could be exactly what I was thinking. I'm not sure if I hope it is or if I hope it isn't. I'm just gonna wait for you to say the thing. Genshin posted a webtoon manga that has some characters' backstories he did before officially releasing the game. Ah. And free promotion. Did you comment yet? Yeah, I did quite a bit earlier. Don't worry, I'll upload this to YouTube and you can see what you missed there. You're welcome. So, yeah, that's essentially. See, the thing is, about it, right? I don't have the time and energy to continue to make the game at the pace I'd like to, and also put it into making a really polished, nice-looking comic. So the idea I had, and again, this is an idea I had a while ago, and whether or not I do it is going to be highly dependent on, well, a lot of things, but especially people's interest in being involved with it, because that's just it. I'm gonna get you to make it. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm half kidding. Basically, I make the rough outline and sketch, and then various artists will like render it. So like I do the sketch, and then artists do the render, and so it's sort of like a collaborative project, and different artists do stuff for it, and of course it'd be completely free. Did you really have to say that in chat? Whatever. So, it was legally obligated. But yeah, so like that's the idea. Of course, would it be a free community thing, or would you commission a certain group of artists? I was thinking more free community thing. Of course, it would mostly be for artists who aren't like really trying to make it like they aren't really making money off their work. They're just doing it for fun, and they'd like a little more attention. And so like getting just the attention for being part of the project might be fun, and it might be fun just to sort of make something and whatnot. Yeah, what is it? Who turned you blue? I always want to know. We're humans. Um, this was when I became oversimplified. I know I am everything that is wrong with society. So, anyways, as I was saying about the thing. So it would mostly be, yeah, I pulled a company logo move. I just explained it. I became oversimplified. Um, but anyways, as I was saying, again, uh, essentially, it would, like the artists who would be involved would be the kinds of people who would actually enjoy getting paid in exposure, because it's the only thing they're really going to get paid in anyways, because they're just doing it for fun. So it wouldn't necessarily all be like high quality renders, but it'd also just be fun just to get different people, different art styles in the comic. And then also maybe I could like hide secrets in the comic as like part of the ARG, and it could be fun. Of course, that depends on if there's a decent number of artists interested in doing the comic. Again, just is like just a fun, there's no like, it's not like a commercial thing, though of course the thing is it's also a comic that takes place and is essentially promotion for something that will eventually be sold, which you see what I'm saying, because like I came up with it a while ago. It's like I want to make the comic, but like I don't have the time and energy to put into it, so maybe I could do this. But then the more I think of it, I'm like, oh shoot, this could seem kind of scummy. I don't want that. I don't want to be scummy, right? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, if you guys think it's a good idea, then maybe. I don't know though. It really depends on if people are interested. Because like if people are interested, I think it'd be really cool. But it's also possible that I will just end up commissioning someone. Mello, I definitely would like to try commissioning you. That would be nice. But that's the idea. I don't know. What do you guys think of that idea? Because again, like the more I think of that could be really bad, but like I don't know what you guys think. Ignore my character's convulsions. It's just the mic flipping out. Did I revive this chat? I don't know, the chat doesn't seem particularly dead to me. It's actually been fairly good. I mean, lately artists have been saying that the art contests are just a way to get free art, so some people might think it's like the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That'll depend on like how people are interested and whatnot. But there will be more things relating to the Solomon ARG for sure. Oh yeah, what inspired me to play your game? Mostly just you talking about it. And I just, I could tell you worked really hard on it, and I just kind of wanted to support it. You're welcome. So, uh, on to the rest of your questions, Mello. I know that took a while, but yeah, hey, you asked me about like my projects and my games and my ideas. I gave you the short version. I could talk for 5 hours about this stuff, so you should have known the first question was going to take like a while to get through. Um, excuse me. Again, didn't love this stream. So, where's Alicia? She's currently mentoring you. You should already know that. What happened to Adventure Generica or whatever the game was? Well, put it simply, essentially what happened was originally. So I had this old game idea, which was actually pretty interesting, but um, definitely not going to make it. You want to have Mosquito get the clout. Well, you succeeded. Good job. Um, as you said, Little Gameplay 45 is a legend. you said it yourself. Um, so, essentially what happened was there was this game that I was making, or going to make, but it was a really ambitious project. And so I wanted to make a smaller game just to mess around and just improve a bit. And that was Adventure Generica. It was going to be mostly silly, lighthearted. That's why I was using some stock RPG Maker assets, which otherwise I wouldn't really have wanted to use anymore. And, it was still going to be, like fairly decent effort, but, not anything crazy, right? Fairly easy to just make, get through, learn some from, and whatnot. Then I came up with a lot of ideas I really liked, and I made it this really big thing, and it got really ambitious and really, but it I just ended up losing motivation for the kind of scale I wanted to make, right? And I was still trying to get better at scaling back, because like my problem can be like I have too many ideas and I want to fit it all in, and so I have to pull back. Less is more. I mean, what's there has to be good, but it's good to pull back a little bit and focus on it. Even still, like as I've worked on guidance, it started with a very simple story idea that expanded into a lot, and I'm dealing with much deeper concepts than I ever originally intended with the game right now in the story and the direction the plot is going. So, don't you dare do a mic close-up ever again. We're gonna have the entire country. I can do whatever I want, Chloe. Don't mess with me. Right, she censored my swear. Hey, it's a PG stream, okay? I I I can swear whenever I fucking want. What do you mean the audio cut out? It'll probably sound better in the YouTube version. It's fine. Yeah. I just realized I only muted my mic on the recorded video, so it didn't affect you guys. Anyways, so as I was saying, Right, Adventure Generica. Um, yeah, it just kind of, it was never intended to be a big thing. Then it became a big thing, and I just didn't have the motivation because it wasn't the thing I was really super excited about, and it got super ambitious, and it was just too much for me, and I just ended up not, and I ended up kind of, I don't even remember what I got into at that time. I don't know. Maybe it was depression. Maybe I got into depression at the time. I don't remember. I don't know. It's a blur, but yeah. I mean, the LC Studios YouTube channel, which I probably will never use again, still has the video clips. So there is definitive proof it did exist at one point. I still have the project file. I don't know, like, yeah, burnt out. Yeah, because I don't think I did get into working on anything right away. After that, that fire was a bit too much. You mean when I roasted you? I didn't roast you, but that was just the first thing that popped in my head. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, burnt. Oh. Oh! Oh, I get. Oh. That's clever. That's clever. Uh, Not really. It's a generic dad joke pun, but I have a bad sense of humor, so I think it's clever. Deal with it. Ah, I did another close up. Haha, take that. I'm a mature, rational human being. I'm an adult. I'm good at adulting. You will murder my whole family tree. My family tree goes back a ways. A lot of them are dead, so you're gonna have to bring them back to life first if you want to murder them. If you're gonna murder my whole family tree, you finish the rest. No, you said you were gonna murder all of them. What, you can't? You can't? You can't? You skill issue? Skill issue? You can't murder dead people? Is that what you're saying? Huh? Skill issue? You just cut the tree? It's not a literal tree. It's not a literal tree. It's not. It's a metaphorical tree. Baka. Baka. Anyways, so my political opinion on cheese. Goat's milk cheese is the goat. I am closing comments. That's my political opinion on cheese. And actually, that's it. There aren't any more. There aren't any more. Don't ever come. Okay, whatever you say, Baka. That was my evil laugh. I sound like a character from Majora's Mask, like Skull Kid. I sound like Skull Kid. That legit sounds like Skull Kid. So I'm confused. Chucky sounding goofy. I'm good at disturbing laughs. I'm good at evil laughs. Murder RD doll. What? So I sound like a shopping cart wheel when I slip. What? When he slips, shopping carts are male. I'm closing comments. Just like my cat, you also misgendered the shopping cart. Shopping carts are gender neutral. Oh, so all shopping carts are gender neutral, huh? So you decide the gender of all shopping carts, huh? I'm closing comments. Just like I closed my phone forever. I didn't like the fall. I don't know. I. Uh, you didn't? Really? How was the fall? That was just the first thing I thought of. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Besides the gender of all. Shopping carts a minute ago. Oh. Oh, I did, didn't I? Well, you see, it's okay. Because I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet of the Red Square. It's okay for me to make overgeneralized, absurd, unprovable statements. Because I'm the prophet of the Holy Red Square and the yeast. Evil laugh. Guys, all humans are male, females, and are just me males with fee. Good point. I guess if all women are actually men, I'm really gay. Don't just clip that last little bit out of context. Only if all women are men. Let me send you a alpha tech demo of. Is that Five Nights at? Is that Bonnie's? FNAB. Yeah, sure. I probably won't play it on stream, though. But speaking of FNAF, there's still an art contest going on, and I figured maybe we could do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? If Alicia was an Alex, not gonna lie, it's Smash. I thought it was already a Smash. I thought you already thought she was hot. Oh. Oh, so you're... I mean... technically, it's impossible for you to be straight. Because in order for you to be straight, you first have to be either male or female. Technically. But, or are you? It's hard to keep track of. I don't even know. But yeah. No matter who you're attracted to, you're gay. No. Well, actually, technically, that's a, Because, okay, so if being gay is attracted to the same sex, then technically you can't be gay unless you're with a non-binary person. So technically you're actually straight unless the person is non-binary. So, right? Because if the definition of gay is attracted to the same sex... Yep. Sorry. Little gay boy is not particularly gay. Case closed. Just like the comments. I'm closing comments. Don't at me. You cannot challenge me. It is final. Just like the sacred red square. The sacred red square decrees it. Let's see. Oops. Here we go. See. You check the definition of Vincian, which is a specific gay liking man. You see the word non-binary in there somewhere, I think. You and Scott Cawthon don't have it great? I don't know what you mean. It's complicated. I mean, like, I don't know. You probably, I don't know what your conversation was. But like, I really, not really a conversation. But like, words were exchanged. Then more spot. But then those are bots. Those aren't really Scott Cawthon. So, to say that you don't get along well with Scott Cawthon would be to imply you actually had a conversation with him, and not just a bot. But yeah. Okay. So if I switch over to, and I'm probably going to stop the YouTube video. So, you actually gotta go? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Should probably close off the stream here, or? Because it's kind of late. I've already been streaming for a good while, so. Yeah, I think actually it's probably a good place to leave off. Alright. Yeah? What is it? Let me see, sorry, in the comments, though, for context? I don't understand. Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. And thank you for coming to the stream. And, yeah, it's pretty much it. So yeah, you have a great one. And, thank you for 1.5 thousand followers. It's when I first came out, I really didn't. I don't know. I feel like I should have something really interesting or deep or compelling to say. I can't think of something. But thank you. I'm really glad that don't check what? Don't check what? Chloe, don't check what? Mail at 5:43 p.m. 8/6/2023. No idea what that means. I don't know. You doxing me? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't. Yeah. For the record, the doxing thing was a joke. Please don't. Please no one watch like the end of the video and go, oh no, is Luke getting doxed, or is he gonna get doxed, or is the threat, or something like that. That'd be stupid. Anyways, no idea. But anyways, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing to my Patreon, even though none of you have, which absolutely fair. There's not much of a reason to. Only fans subscribe to my Patreon. Subscribe to my Patreon. Join the Church of the Red Square to become a true fan. Or else you'll be left out. Give me $1 a month, or you won't have the bragging privilege of bragging that you give me $1 a month. In exchange for basically nothing. Just my thanks. Yeah, right now, my dad is the only one doing, which is fine. But it's like, you know, like, I was like, hey, should I do it? And people are like, yeah, you should. Like, are you sure? Yeah, I should. And, like, I make a post. Hey, I'm thinking about doing it. Yeah, you should. I do it. Nothing. Nope. Nobody. Except my dad who helped me set it up. That's it. Give me $1 a month or I will call you out on my vid making fun of you. Yes, I will. I'm making fun of all of you. If you don't give me $1 a month, honestly, like, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. It's just $1. You can spare $1, right? I'm doing all this for free, right? I'm doing all this for free, and I don't know why you think that you can just get away with not giving me money. I was laughing at how dumb you are for not giving me money, you sussy bakas. You Among Us imposters. You little how dare you? Like, you're just, what are you doing? What are you even doing with your life? You can just, die. Yeah, you should. Because, like, you can't give me $1 a month? Oh my gosh. Like, what? Who even are you? You're just a sad, pathetic. For the record, this was satire. Please, dear God, nobody think that was serious. Good. But I'm just imagining, like, people clip things out of context. People can always clip things out of context. They can always. But, you know, when I say something that out of context could sound very, you know. Honestly, though, I was doing a silly voice, so probably. I don't know. It's similar enough to my voice, so, like, I don't know. But anyways. Yeah, it was very serious. If you don't give me $1 a month, I will come to your house and stare at you through your window very intently for 5 minutes at midnight. I will not commit any felonies, because that would get me arrested, and I will not stalk you. I will only look through your window once, which is not enough to be considered true stalking, but it will be very intimidating, and you will have nightmares. Give me money to make that go away. Alright. And also, the Patreon probably not going to be worth anything for, like, years. But that's fine. It's there. If anyone wants to. And probably no one does. And honestly, yeah, you probably shouldn't. I don't really have anything worth getting yet. Just my thanks, which isn't too much. But maybe someday it'll be worth supporting. So, you know, doesn't hurt to already have it. But anyways, that's all that. My voice is sore. My voice is sore. Vor? Real? Somebody, please place me in a correctional facility. Alright. Bye. Thanks. See ya. Sorry. I humbly apologize on behalf of my insanity. I hope it was entertaining. I know it was fun for me. Alright. I'll see you guys. Bye.